How are we? How you going, Jim?
What's up?
What's
Told
viewers?
you time again.
Always.
Yeah, pretty much.
How we going, chat? We got Chris
What's going on,
Gerwitz,
everybody?
Eric, Super,
There's Kevin.
Kevin, Deb from France. How are
Scooter,
we all?
Chris, James, Eric,
SLI, yep.
Denny, Chris. Oh, I said
Yeah. Well, this one's going to be a bit of a shorter one today, guys. And it's going to be a bit of a see what happens, really. It's been an interesting week, to say the least.
you know.
Yeah, putting guests together this week's been a bit hard, but
Well, you've been working.
Dude,
You had a bunch of gigs to do too, right?
Yeah, 3 back-to-backs.
Right.
So yes, last night was last night was a bit
Hey,
hard.
Lachlan.
LG, how are you? So
The short shit now.
We've got Jim here, and hopefully soon we'll be joined by Jason, and even more hopefully so by Nick MOFO.
GNCRC in the house.
Corey, how are you?
There's Liz. Yeah, we got MOFO coming over. That was mentioned here in the chat. I guess somebody said MOFO said he's coming over shortly. So I just got done talking to him, and he'll be joining us shortly.
Beautiful.
Pineapple Mountain Dew called Maui Burst. Yeah, interesting name.
Maui Burst. Right, we only get the regular Mountain Dew here, but it's the energized one. You can't get plain anymore.
Mountain Dew, Maui Burst. What's up, Aaron? If anybody's been paying attention to the rumors.
Rumors?
Yeah, you know, Dew.
You have to fill me in, mate.
Well, Dew is an acronym for a certain type of device. And it's been hypothesized that it might have been involved with certain fires.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm with you finally now, mate. You'll have to bear with me. I'm a bit slower than usual.
It's all good, man. I just don't want to like get your channel booted for saying something that is deemed, like they're not allowed to say.
I appreciate that. Hey,
so I made it very vague. What's up, Matt?
Matt Harris, Outpost. Yep. Thanks for joining us, guys. Oh, we've got 20 people here already. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was the aliens, right, Lachlan? It was the aliens, exactly.
It's always the aliens.
Fuck yeah. So before he gets to his news, I got news, or I got mail. I got some of the 56 swamp claws from Injora.
Nice.
And I got a beautiful WT micro.
Hey, M-Dub. Man, the chat's just going nuts.
Lost my lid.
Miller's Minis. How are you? Liz, how you doing? Yeah, cool.
Jeff Makovich.
26 people. So today we have the task of trying to compress the show into 1.5 hours, which is I don't know.
I hope you're talking about my truck there, Stinky. That's funny. Yeah, definitely dirt 56.
Yep. Very cool.
There's the 64 and here's the 56. Same tire.
It's crawled out of here too. Yep.
Same rim too.
Oh.
I've just got the Islander on this one. Makes it much wider.
They look tough, man, with that tread.
I was thinking of making a rig do it. Big ones in the back, small ones in the front. Actually, you'd want to go the other way because if you run bigger in the front, that would give you an overdrive effectively.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, let's do a quick vote tally while we're here. So pre-show voters, we had Chris Gerwitz, Scott Locosa,
What's up, Rob?
Eric X Lewis, LGRC Lachlan, and Double A Aaron. Thanks for that, guys. So at the moment, E's in the lead. Let's first of all, let's take your votes, Jim.
I always vote the same. Hey.
And you get 2 votes, remember? So
oh,
you want to put them both on A?
Well, we could go. Yeah, let's just go double A.
There you go.
In honor of Aaron.
All right, who else we got?
Beef water.
Oh, they'll beef for beef water. Right.
Hell yeah, Scooter.
Fat dabs.
Fat dabs, Stinky. All right, lucky dog.
All right, so we have a tie break to work out. So it's either A or E. Jim, since you're the guest, you get the honor of deciding, I guess. You get one more vote. Hey.
Jason will be jumping on shortly too.
Excellent. Hey, Brian. How you doing?
I put both of my A votes on A for double A, Aaron. Looks like he just jumped back in.
At my other job, actually, I was in the stationery room the other day, and they got double A paper. I have to take a picture of it and send it to him.
Hell yeah!
My dogs are going off.
Yeah, my dogs have been barking it up too.
Yeah. All right, let's move along. Let's go to the question of the week. Brian. What has been your favorite RC vehicle? Now, this is a tough one. I've thought about this, and I don't think I've really got an answer. What about you, Jim?
I'm thinking as we speak. I'm scanning. Somebody said hi to Brian, and I didn't see Brian in the comments. But if you're out there, Brian, hey, what's up, buddy? HR family, welcome.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking on this question. My favorite RC, man.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Now, are you talking brand, model, or specific RC?
No, it's wide open. Whatever was your best experience, your favorite vehicle, HPI Savage says dirt.
I guess I got to go with the SCX 24, man. I've had an incredible amount of fun for over 2 years, 2.5, almost 3 years now. Just hardcore into it. And I never got that much enjoyment out of any of my other ones. Although my first one was Tamiya Frog, and that was a lot of fun. But,
yeah, for sure.
I was a kid. You have a whole lot more fun as a kid, I think. A lot less worries.
Yeah, you know what? I think I've thought about this when I wrote the question down. I was like, I couldn't come up with an answer, and I think I just went back to childhood. My first RC, cheap buggy sort of thing, gutless, had nothing, but it was just so much fun, first RC experience, I guess.
Well, Gen and like 2, that Frog. Oh, go ahead.
V8. Eric loved his V2 Gen 8, the old Gen A. Creighton 8S for Kevin.
I bet I don't, dude. Let me pull it up. Ha.
HPI
Super
Venture
says,
for Brian.
do you have all the messages showing? No, as usual. Thank you. So I apparently missed some.
Yeah, MW agrees with you there. SCX24. I mean, that's why a lot of us are here right now, I guess. Associated T3. Right. Not familiar with that one. Don't know a lot of the associated stuff, actually. Although that new Datsun drift vehicle that they brought out, that looks sick.
Yeah, I had the Associated GT10, RC GT10. It was a short course truck, but it was nitro powered. And hey, there's Nick. MOFO's in the house.
Hey, there you go.
Smalls is
Nick.
here.
What is up, my dude?
There he is.
Good to have you here, man.
What up?
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real mess.
So I think I just heard Jim say, was your first one an RC10 GT?
Not my first one. That's what I had in the 90s.
Oh, that was my first RC. My first hobby grade RC was an RC10 GT. I bought it at garage sale for like $10.
That's a hell of a one to start with, man.
And it was missing tons of shit, and the motor was bad, and I had no clue how to fix it.
I've got 2 of them still.
I was like, I don't know, 10 years old maybe. And I picked that thing up, didn't have a fucking clue what to do with it. And God, I held on to it for years until I was like in trade school. And I still never put the motor on that one. I had some other gas powered ones that actually ran, but that one I still never replaced the motor on. And then I had a plane I bought when I was in trade school for automotive repair. And the plane, I crashed the very first day I bought it. And I pulled all the electric guts out of it, and I made some brackets, and I put the electric motor with the fan, with the propeller on it, on the back of the RC10 GT, and made it a fucking air car.
So the MOFO madness began young.
It began fairly young. I was just cruising around. I had 2 remotes. I would like throttle the motor up with the propeller, and then I'd use the other remote for the steering. And it would go about, I don't know, 7 miles an hour maybe at top speed.
Yeah, but the prop was like the danger factor.
It was cool.
Yeah, excitement factor. That's it.
You didn't have to worry about how hard it hit you, but you had to worry about that prop.
Yeah.
Like those GTs I had, they were nitro powered, and I bought them brand new, so they ran great. But you know, it took a lot of work to make them run. But and anyway, you had to watch out. I mean, if you were new or rusty, you know, I was all right with mine, but my dad, I bought 2 of them so I could run them with my dad. And man, he wasn't very good. And I had to keep my eyes open because he wasn't even running on like the course or anything. He'd just run around the yard and shit. You had to watch yourself.
Yeah, we had, oh gosh, when I was at that trade school, it was out in Arizona. It was Phoenix, Arizona. And, you know, it was like 109 today here in Texas. And when I was in Phoenix going to automotive school, my roommate there was also into RC cars. And he had bought one of those little 2-speed, oh God, what were they? It was like when the first 2-speed RC cars came out. It was a Fortec, maybe Fortec 2-speed with like a 0.15 or a 0.21 motor or something on it. And we were sitting out in the parking lot. It was so freaking hot. It was probably like 114. We were sitting on the curb, and our parking lot was paved with asphalt. And where we were sitting, you know, with our legs crossed on the curb, our shoes were kind of digging into the asphalt. When we stood up, the asphalt had impressions of our shoes into it.
Yeah,
it was so damn hot. Oh,
That's like your motorcycle. I mean, even with a Harley and the big fat kickstand they have, you still need to put a puck down to set it in, because on hot asphalt, it'll sink in and you'll come out and find your bike laying over.
oh yeah. Double A Day says, cheers, everyone. Double a day. Cheers.
Cheers, Aaron.
RC Remedy, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for sparing some time.
What time is it right now where you are?
Right now, 10:15 in the morning.
And it is the next day, so you are coming to us from the future.
Yeah, it's an amazing place, man. It really is.
God, I cannot wait because today sucked.
Yeah, wait till you get there, man.
It's 8:45 here, so you're not just like you're a half hour.
Jim's an hour. Jim's an hour in front of me. He's an hour in the future. You're like a day and an hour in the future from me.
Yeah, he's like 14 and a half hours ahead of me.
Or 12 hours, I guess. Yeah, it's oh God, it's today was weird as hell, man. I bought a fucking golf cart. Let me show you. I don't know if I can figure out how to try. I don't know if I can turn this thing around. How did I turn this around last time I was using this? Let me see here.
I don't know. Three dots where it says more.
I'll just do that. There's the golf carts. It's a weird model. It's like so I didn't realize this when I bought it. It's like a long wheelbase.
Yeah.
And it originally had a drink carrier on the back of it. It was a beverage cart. I didn't realize it. This was a beverage cart. It drove around on the fairway delivering drinks to fucking people playing golf.
So that just worked out. Perfectly tuned.
It was like perfect. I was like, wow. And I looked it up online. I actually had to call Easy Go in Augusta, Georgia today to figure out what model this was, because the guy that I bought it from didn't know either. And they're like, oh yeah, that's the I think it's called the Refresher 1200. And it's got a 700-pound payload capacity in the back, so I can carry 700 pounds of booze in the back of this thing.
That's impressive.
I'm like, man,
a couple pounds of ice.
Yeah. But I picked it up when I drove to go pick it up. Here's where the craziness started. I went to go pick this thing up, and I get to the area of which this place is, right? Which is my old area where I used to live, Cedar Park, Texas. And one of my kids' schools calls me and says, "Oh, your kid bumped his head, and you need to come pick him up." I'm like, "Fuck," because I'm like 30 minutes away from where I need to be to get my car seat that I don't have in my truck. So instead of driving 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, I went to like Walmart, bought another car seat for $50, picked him up, then picked up this golf cart. Then I get home, and as I'm like dicking with this golf cart, I hear one of these damn chickens squawking real loud. I walk out there, and the bigger chicken is trying to kill the little chicken. So I'm like, all right. So I separate them. I put the smaller chicken in a cage. And
you let Foghorn go?
I let Foghorn go, and I come back in here. I'm dicking with this thing, and I find out like when I test drove it, it was fine, right, on flat ground. But I'm trying to drive it out here, and when you go up a hill, there's no power.
Sean's here.
So I start messing with it, and I find out it's like the motor may be fucking blown in this thing. It may have only one of the two pistons working. So I'm like, shit. So then to add on top of that, I walk inside my house, and one of the dogs is taking a massive shit right in the middle of its dog bed. So I'm like, fuck. So I dragged the dog bed outside, and I'm getting ready to vomit everywhere as I'm dragging this dog. I mean, the shit was more than man-sized. It was like 4-man-sized shit. And
does your dog have a problem, or is he big?
It's not even that big. I think my wife just fed him too much.
What sort of dog is it?
So then I get a call from the other kid's school. One of my other kids was throwing up at school, but they're like, "Well, we think it's just the heat, so he can stay here. It's fine." I'm like, "All right, cool." And God, wife starts coming home. She gets here, and she's like, "Okay, well, let's go check on that chicken." We walk over to check on the chicken. It freaking died. It just
Oh, man.
randomly the chicken died, and then there's another dead chicken laying over there somewhere. So I don't know if that one bigger chicken is killing them or if it's just the heat, because it was like 109 today. Maybe it's just the heat killing them. I don't freaking know, dude. But I cannot wait for the future. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning sounds great to me, because today sucked.
It's been a day.
Sean, I had a rooster. You had a donkey. Your donkey ate my rooster. Now what have you got?
Oh, fuck.
There's
Here
Brian.
we go. Here we
Brian
go.
What's up, Brian?
Chicken for dinner?
Brian said chicken for dinner.
Yeah, I thought about it, but the problem is the wife is like too attached to these things. I was like, can we at least feed it to the, I'm like, can we at least feed it to the dogs then? No, we can't feed them to the dogs either. I'm like, fuck. I guess I'll go throw them back in the back of the property then and let the coyotes take them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't know what else to do with these dead chickens.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to move right along. Each guest, Nick, gets a little bit of time here. You've got a bit of a show and tell sort of segment.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean, you got some portals you might want to show off, maybe, or
I could probably find something to show off.
Yeah. What about you, Jim?
Well, I kind of showed off already. Thank you, Jeremy Hummel. He sent me some stickers.
I thought you said something else then.
Oh, well, I did show this. That new FJ. I just got that in the mail today.
Oh, man. I really want one of those.
Yeah, I've been wanting one for a while, and I finally was able to get around to it. Yeah, I got those new
sucker for that body.
Those ramp crab rear trusses because MOFO won't make me one.
God. We will figure it out. We will get some stuff.
There's like 3 things that you need to make a full truck that Nick doesn't make. So I always mess with him a little bit about it.
Yeah, I have plans for all of it. Just haven't quite gotten there. Yeah, how do I get this to work here? Live chat.
So this has got the.
Oh, damn it. Just screwed it all up.
And now you can see it. It's got the mounting hole here. Where's the damn camera at? There it is.
There we go.
There. So, and then you know how it goes on top of your axle. But the unique thing about this is this other piece that you get.
Nope, not that way. This way. There we go.
And it goes on top, and you can set it.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, fancy.
Hey,
so
nice.
you can.
Oh, and it's gone forever.
No, I caught it. I actually caught it. You wouldn't have seen it again that fast if I hadn't caught it. So that you can tell I actually did. Not that I'm good or anything. I'm just lucky.
Sean's.
Yeah. So if you're having a cast, if you're having a pinion angle issue, you can adjust. Get that.
That's actually really cool. Who do you say makes that, Jim?
That's Ramp Crab.
Ramp Crab.
Yeah, I was so impressed, man. I was like, wow. When I saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that is really cool.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does solve a lot of issues, for people who are doing custom rigs. So.
Hell yeah.
I definitely like to tell about that kind of stuff.
I gotta take a snooter or something real quick. What are we snootering today? We're snootering.
And you can order 2 of these for you get a 2-pack because it comes these 2 pieces and then these 2 pieces. The 2 pieces together, and then you got your bag of screws. It all comes together. A 2 set is like $13.88. I think
very special because I am very special. Cognac.
Oh,
taking a snooter of some cognac today.
Cognac. Yeah, I got the purple and I got the black set. Oh, I'm off the screen, so good.
All right, you can go back to Jim again.
Oh, I'm good.
Sorry, Jim.
I just
Didn't mean to
show the
interrupt.
black one. They're the same as the purple.
I think he's done. I think it's your turn, Nick.
Okay, let's see. What am I doing again? Show and tell, possibly. Let's see what I got here.
Yeah.
I got some old credit cards laying around. Just kidding.
My MOFO X motors. I've got.
I do have a bunch of motors that I still don't have on the site, but you know what I did do? I did manage to get the Torque Beast 180X on the website today. And that one, I only got to the variant for the TRX4M on the website today, but I do have one right here somewhere. Where the heck did it go?
Mike said he got all the
Here it is.
number 9.
Nope, that's not it. That is not it. There it is. I found it. Here it is. Oh, it's got shit stuck to it. It's freaking magnets are so goddamn strong. Can't set anything down with next to it. So this is the 180X Torque Beast. I don't know. It's not focusing probably, but let me see if I can get it to maybe focus.
There you go. That looks good. Nice.
So these are in black chrome, which you probably can't tell in the camera here, but they are black chromed case. Do come with, for the TRX4M, a brass gear on them. Does have a set of wires you can plug in either direction on the TRX4M. So if you need to reverse it for whatever reason, if you can't reverse it on your boat, you have to reverse it. You can reverse it. They also do have, like all my other motors, the wires do not stick out of the back. They're welded on, as you would say in China, soldered on in US. Soldered on at a 90-degree angle and then banded to the motor to keep the wires out of the way. Just a little extra thing we do here at MOFO RC. These motors, by the way, any of the new motors with an X at the back of them are neodymium magnets. And these motors cost 5 to 7 times more than every other motor everybody else is selling right now.
Arctic, what's up?
All in the magnets, eh?
The magnets plus the electroplating plus the proper wires and the different soldering patterns, all this crap adds up to cost an extra 5 to 7 times more. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 to 7 times more than all the other motors out there being sold right now, like Enjora. And, I will not say that about CCXRC. He does do he does a couple of the same things that I do with my motors. He doesn't do the neodymium magnets like I have on the new motors, but then I also have older motors that don't have neodymium magnets. And he doesn't do the 90-degree thing and the soldering and whatnot and the banding, but he does have a 50 with a die pressed case of the 30. So you can use the 50 motor as a direct bolt in, just like my 50 motors direct bolt in. And you don't have to put one of those different aluminum motor mounts on your transmission. But we have those new motors. We have those ones. We have like 20 variations, which is why it's taken me so long to get these on the website. I'm trying to get them all sorted and identified and properly, properly registered for your brain. I don't know. Properly set up so you can read the description and know exactly what you need to do. I'm trying my damnedest. It's just taking freaking forever. I think I said I was going to have these on the site like 2 weeks ago. And
well, you said, though, you were talking to me and you said you have 7 motors, but with all the combinations, you're talking, what, a couple hundred variants?
Yeah, with all the variants of gears and mounts and combinations, it's like a couple hundred. It's a lot. So trying to get everything set up is a real freaking nightmare. But I did at least get one motor on today, and I'm going to try to get like one motor on per day so I can get somewhere, because I am not getting anywhere right now doing what I've been doing.
Well, what if you did one a week and then everybody could purchase one on Friday when they get their paycheck?
Yeah, that'd be cool too, wouldn't it?
The new motor is out on Friday. You can buy one.
I don't know if I'm supposed to show you guys this, but I'll show you it because I'm not on my channel, so they can't complain if I don't show it on my channel. Huzzah!
Yeah.
That's not mine. That is not mine. That is somebody else's ESC they sent me to test, and I have not tested it yet.
Oh, I
That
bet I
is-
know what it is.
That
It
is
would
the
be
new.
like some sort of sidewinder, would it?
It is. It is a Sidewinder Nano
Oh, really?
Ah,
Oh,
from Castle
Yeah.
Creations. Hopefully they don't call me and tell me they want it back because I said something and showed a picture of it. I don't know,
That's
but
all
it's
right.
here.
No one
Oh,
watches
that's just
the
gonna
channel,
generate
Mick, so
buzz,
you're
man.
okay.
They sent me one. They said you can test it out. They also want me to send them some of my motors, and I have been slacking severely, and I haven't sent them my motors yet. So hopefully I'll get around to that. I'm sorry if you're watching, Castle. I will send you some of my motors. By the way, we also have, as part of my show and tell, I can't show you. Well, actually, I could show you if I could find it. I don't know where it's at. But we have some brushless ESCs coming in, I think, next week, mid next week, probably.
Nice.
And they are planning to be a budget brushless ESC with a built-in BEC it's stuck at 6.5 volts for now. And I think it's 3 amps. 3 amp stuck at 6.5 volts for the BEC. It is a 32-bit ESC. So you do get the amazing, some companies call it FOC technology. Some just call it 32-bit or AM32 or whatever the hell you want to call it. You do get that amazing low-speed crawlability. And I'm thinking a price point around like, I don't know. I got to go through all the stuff that I've paid
What's
for
the
all these
amperage
things.
on it? The motor amperage.
I want to say 25 or 30. 25 or 30, I think, which is plenty enough for any of these little motors. Now, if you try to run it on like a 10 scale or something, you may fry something. But
Well, it sounds like it'd be the perfect the ESC for a solid rear axle.
it should be perfect for pretty much any of our little stuff we're doing. PRX, FMS, SCX 24s should work just fine with any of these. Most of the motors we deal with on max amperage draw like 9, 10 amps maybe.
Well, I'm just
So-
thinking in terms of that BEC.
Yeah.
I like the higher BEC if I'm going to run a 4-wheel steer.
Yeah, so 3.5, most of the bigger servos or the bigger or biggest servos will drain a max of about 2 amps. So we're talking 3.5. If you're doing a rear steer, it should be right in that sweet spot because even if the front servo pulls the full 2 amps or even 2.5, you still have 1 amp left or 1.5 amps left for the rear servo. And in most cases, the rear servo isn't going to draw but about a quarter of the power because when you're going forwards, you're pulling the wheels. And when you start to turn, it just automatically yanks in whatever direction you're turning. Now, when you're going in reverse, it's going to be opposite. But at the same time, when you're going in reverse, it's going to be opposite. So your front servo won't pull nearly as much amperage as your rear one will be pulling going backwards. So realistically, 3.5 should be the sweet spot for what we need and what we require, unless you're running like a 6x6 with 3 servos or something that weighs like super heavy hard body, 1,200 grams. Might be close if you're doing a 4-wheel steering 1,200 gram rig, but I think it's going to be freaking perfect. And if it's not, the next batch will be perfect, and we'll bump it up 4 or 5 amps probably, just to see what happens. But I'm trying to keep it as inexpensive as possible.
Well, you still got
That's
to make
it.
your money, man. Don't
That's it. It's a fine line.
I do. I'm hoping
Hey,
to
there's
come
Mike
in.
Wheeler.
I'm hoping to come in at like $40 ish. Somewhere around there. It's going to be a great little ESC. It's supposed to be. We will see when it gets here. It's supposed to be conformal coated already. Supposed to be.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
we'll see what happens as far, and sometimes shit gets lost in translation when you're dealing with China.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
You call this one the MOFO Go?
Language barrier.
The language barrier for sure. Axles. Troy Posey says, when will the axles land? Those should be here next week as well, I believe.
Mike said axles are coming very soon, like very soon.
I just got shipping confirmation on them today, and they are shipping
6 and 9, Mike.
I only ship air freight. I don't do like all the companies that are bigger than I am and can wait because they have so many products. I don't do the freight shipping by boats, which saves you tons of money. Everything I get is air shipped, and when they say it ships, it's like 3 to 4 days and it's here. It costs a ton of money, but it's worth it in my opinion.
Your shipping is actually pretty much the cheapest I've found from the States. I don't buy a lot of stuff from the States because our exchange rate here is total shit. But yeah, at $19, I think US for international shipping, and it was fast.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll tell you what, if somebody watching, I don't see his name on here. Where is it at?
Mike said we still got to test them when we receive them. By that I mean I get the first set. Well, I already said number 6 and 9 are mine.
Speaking of shipping, man, if somebody named Alfonso is watching and lives in Italy, contact me because your package you paid for came back. And it was not a cheap shipping. It was $95 to ship it to you. He paid for the DHL Express, which we don't charge anything extra on that. The $95 was just the price of the shipping, and it came back. So if you're Alfonso and you're watching, you're probably not, but contact me because we have your package sitting here, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's always something with mail.
And it happens. I think what happened here was he had, like, it went to him, but he wasn't paying attention on the shipping, and it showed up somewhere in the post office, tried to deliver it, or DHL tried to deliver it. He didn't answer the door for like 5 days in a row. And then they sent it back to me. Instead of just leaving it there, they sent it back to me because he didn't. Whenever you do DHL, they will send you a little message that says, click here to not have to sign for something. And if you don't click on it and you're there to pick up your package, they don't leave it there. And the shit is not cheap. You know, $95 for shipping to get from here to Italy in like 2.5 days. And you wait a week and don't click on your tracking link and don't realize it, and it's just gone to the fucking abyss. And now it's like I'm staring at it, and I don't want to spend another $100 send it back to you. So you're gonna have to contact me, and we'll figure it out together. I don't know, especially if you're not gonna pick it up if I spend another $100 to send it to you.
Yeah, there you go, Troy. I feel the same way. Exactly.
Troy said 95. What the fuck? I feel guilty about complaining about shipping now.
Yep.
In the States, it's like $4. Like, God damn, I got to spend $4 for shipping? What the fuck, man? Rip off.
Outrageous.
I think my last order was like 15.
It was, I think, because...
But it came in a big box.
I think you also ordered a hat or a shirt or something, didn't you, or no?
Yeah. I'll go grab my hat.
So what that was, the reason why it was 15, so like priority shipping in the States is like $9 or $10 now. And then your hat would have shipped from a different warehouse. So they had to charge you an extra $5 for shipping the hat. So it was like $10 for the priority shipping of the package and then like $5 for the hat. And they both probably showed up at different times.
I wasn't complaining. I figured it was because my package weighed 6 3/4 pounds.
No, it could weigh 75 pounds and we could ship it for $10. 75 pounds in the States, priority for $10.
G'day, JDs. I've got a question from JD's here. When will you be coming out with parts for the SCX6?
Oh, God. I haven't even got to SCX10 yet. I mean, it would be cool to make some really big stuff. I just have to. Oh, God, it's so hard to focus on just getting all my parts in stock and staying in stock is the hard part.
Yeah. I guess the more you diversify, the harder it gets.
Yeah, I have too much shit. I have way too much shit. And that's the problem. I tried to be like a fucking all-in-one store when I should have just done mainly custom stuff. And so now I get stuck.
Jeff said he needs 74 pounds of MOFO stuff.
We can arrange that.
I think I've got about 74 pounds of MOFO stuff.
I think you do too, Jim.
Oh, that last haul, that was nice.
Yeah, I've actually got stock now.
Nath.
You got stock. Nate. Short for Nathan.
Short for Nathan, okay.
I called him Nath for about 3 shows before he caught my attention.
Nate, I don't mean to hijack your whole show here. If you need any more questions or anything, or you need to do whatever else, let me know.
Pretty shortly, we're going to move on to. I'm trying to keep this show down to an hour and a half.
They want to know what you're drinking.
Oh.
Spin Rush wants to know.
Can anybody hear me?
Yep.
I cannot hear anyone. Hang on a second. What did I just do wrong?
We can hear you.
I bet he got a call.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
What the heck is going on here?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I have no idea.
I can barely hear y'all.
Oh, really?
Did you get a
I
phone
don't know
call?
where you went. Okay, here's the broadcast. Now, how do I get my sound normal again?
Well, I don't know on that one. It's usually when somebody calls you and then it changes the way your sound is set up.
Let me try this.
So I usually end up having to drop out and come back in.
36 people watching. Wow, that's a record.
Still not working.
Here. Thanks, guys.
And Nick,
all right, I'm going to cut out and then jump back on.
That he feels bad about getting on people's streams and talking too long and, kind of dominating the stream. And I'm like, man, we all love you, have you on. We like to hear you talk and tell us stories, explain what's going on.
That's why we got him on here.
Right. So I said, don't worry about it. Just come on. Because I think that's why he avoids getting on people's streams a lot. Because he feels like, I get on there and I just talk. And it's like, yeah, we listen.
That's the point, right?
Right.
All right. I'm going to just, I guess, my little project update for the week. I've been doing a bit of stuff with the old...
Now, what is that base chassis?
Wheelbase.
No, what brand? What did it come from? Is that a kit build or is that
WL Toys?
Okay.
284131.
Oh, it's that truck. Okay, I know that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Lee showed us that like 2 years ago when it came out. And
it's been around for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it slowly caught on. That's where I saw it first was Tom Lee.
Well, the only reason I bought it, it's the same. It's the same as this guy.
Yeah.
And I figure I'm going to put this one's going full brushless.
I've actually got some buddies that have bought those, and they run them around on this carpet down in my buddy's basement.
Nick's back. But,
there he
I've
is.
just been
How's your sound?
around with this guy.
I can hear again.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. I'm not going for the craziest of steering angles.
Well, I think that thing's a great start, for getting into it, because it's
a fun
relatively
platform,
cheap.
Put an Emax servo,
you can upgrade it
in
some.
Man, if you want to put a straight axle in that, my new axle will have better turning radius than that.
Well, yeah, I mean there are mods you can do to this to give it full right angle steering, but this is going to be more of a burnout car than a full drifter. Going 1625 brushless. Locked the back axle. Front axle's about 90% locked.
What motor is in that now?
Just a little Is it 130? I think.
Is it a 130? It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's a bit glary, isn't it?
Man, I got a 130. You should try in that thing.
Oh, this is going brushless, mate.
Oh, you should try the brush one first, man. You might really love it. This brush motor I have is a 30,000 RPM with neodymium magnets. Dude, I'm telling you, this thing is gnarly.
Well, this one's staying brushed, so it's kind of in pieces at the moment. But yeah.
Next time, if you order anything from me, let me know, and I'll throw one of these things in for free for you to try out.
I'll make an order as soon as the show's finished.
Make sure it's a 130 first, because I do have 130s, I do have 180s, I also have 50s, and I have 30s. So make sure it is a 130. I can't tell just looking at the picture on there, but
yeah, I'm 90% sure it is.
Yeah, if it is, I got a freaking monster of the new Big Block X right here. I'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah,
this little sucker right here, man. 30,000 RPM. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Neodymium magnets. Watch this. I'll show you something cool. I don't know if you hear the clicking in the background. Click, 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 click. I could just pick up like 25, 30 of these things all at the same friggin' time because the magnet's so strong. Mike's going to hate me because these were all sorted very nicely in a carton, and now they're all stuck together because I pulled one out.
That's awesome.
The torque is instant.
Mike.
Instant. You hit the gas and it just full speed if you want. It doesn't matter how big of a tire you got. Like I've had some of these rigs where I've put these little motors in, like this one right here. What does this one have in it right now? This one has the Buzzsaw X in it right now. The new Buzzsaw X. And it's kind of half jacked up right now. I tell you what, while I'm talking to you guys, I'll try to get it partially put back together, and I'll tell you what I was getting ready to tell you. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah. And
here we go.
How many RPMs does that Buzzsaw X do?
Okay, so the old Buzzsaw, 40,000 RPM. The new Buzzsaw, 50,000 RPM. And this thing is a freaking nuts, dude. 50K Buzzsaw. Let me show you what I was going to tell you. I was gonna try to properly explain it to you, but it's easier to just show you what I'm talking about this torque of these things. All right, and how instant it is. I'm gonna have to set my phone down here somewhere so I can show you properly what I'm doing and point it at myself. And hopefully everybody can see this when I do it. All right. I'm just going to grab this wheel. Here's my remote, right? Right? You see this little thing moving, right? Watch this. Like you just hold the wheel. When I say instant torque, I mean instant freaking torque, dude. These things are nuts. And that's just the 50 size.
Yeah, look at that. That's killer.
You will not find a stronger 50, 30, 130, or 180 motor. And yes, I said 30. I have one of these in a 30 size, even.
Really?
I don't know where the hell it's at. I'll show it to you. But I have a 30 size motor with these neodymium magnets in them. And God almighty. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is. I found it.
Wow, look at that. Look at that little thing.
This is the 30 size Buzzsaw X. And it's just a freaking monster, dude. This 30 has more power than most 50s do. Probably all 50s. This probably has more power than every other 50 available on the market right now. And it's a 30. But the problem being, to get them to run smooth at low RPM because they're so strong, they require a different ESC for low speed RPM modulation. Because the stock ESCs are like Nintendo NES. And the new ESCs are like Nintendo or like Sega Genesis or Nintendo Dreamcast, maybe? I don't know. Between the old ESCs and the new ESCs is a huge freaking difference. They're 860. They're 4 times better at modulating things. The newer ESCs are than the ones that are stock in here. The new ESCs, like the brushless one I have coming out, like the Furatech, like the Dinky ESC, the new ones are 4 times better at modulating at low speed than these stock, what we're used to ESCs are. So at low speed, you just get on and off with these motors, and it's kind of jumpy. It's like, you can get it to go slow, but when you first take off, it goes, and then goes slow. There's no, it's just, because the motor strength is so damn strong, and the ESC just can't contain it to get it past the first clump on the motor.
Yeah, Papa said that's axle snapping torque.
It is definitely axle snapping. Which is a good thing we got.
Full girth axles.
It's a good thing we got these new axles. Boom, coming next week too.
Oh, let's go back.
There they are.
And these suckers have the biggest. If I can figure out how to point this in the right direction. I don't know where my camera's at.
She said.
The biggest CVDs ever put in an SCX24 axle. These are like 4 times the size of a stock CVD in an SCX24 axle. And they are plus 7.5 per side. They will do like almost 90 degree steering radius, or right at like almost 90-ish. They go really far to really far. Like here's one on a monster truck. Look at this monster truck, dude. All right, look at this. Let me see if I can hold this with one hand.
That's what she said.
Oh, look.
Wow.
Yeah. Sharp.
That'll do.
That'll do. And if you did 4-wheel steering, holy hell, dude. Can you imagine this with 4-wheel steering? It would just turn in little tiny circles.
Yeah.
Ultra cycling.
Aaron asked if you have will Traxxas TRX4M ESC handle the new X motors?
It will handle the new Torque Beast X very well. You actually, for that motor, that's like the one motor you won't have to change to make very good low speed crawling. With the new Torque Beast X 180, it will already crawl extremely well without having to change the ESC or anything. That motor is just, it's got such a big armature on it, and the magnet sizing is perfectly dimensioned for the armature, and the air gap is right. Everything for that one just works sweet. So you're looking for a new TRX4M motor. It's going to be the most powerful. It's going to have the strongest drag brake. It's probably one of the fastest motors you can get. It's not faster than the big block, but it's probably faster than a lot of the other or all of the other TRX4M motors. I think I've got the turns written down somewhere because everybody likes to hear turn counts, which turn counts don't really mean anything unless you specifically state the wire diameter, the magnet strength. There's a lot of different things that go into turn count, which is why I like to rate my motors just in RPM at voltage. RPM, which is kind of like kV. When you rate a brushless motor at kV, kV is just volts times freaking speed, RPM. How many volts at how many RPM? So I rate these, most of all my motors I will rate at an RPM rating instead of a turn rating, because turn ratings don't mean dick. You can get 2 motors from 2 different places and they both say 50 turns, and one will do 5 miles an hour and the other one will do 7 miles an hour. It doesn't mean anything. But the turn rating on the new 180 is like 40 or 50 maybe, or 45 or something. And I think the next closest motor, if you were to go by turn ratings only, is going to be like a Holmes Hobby. I think they might have a 55 maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But they also, nobody else is using the neodymium magnets in them right now. And that's pretty much like just don't get me confused with anybody who speaks amazing truths, because I don't have all the testing equipment to test everything. But it is probably going to have, if I was to guess,
how about a lot more?
Twice as much torque, probably twice as much torque as any other 180 motor out there, and probably 4 or 5 times more than the stock motor torque wise.
Nice.
And it's going to be like twice as fast as a stock motor. So if you're interested in
that Ruin Media, hey Nick, has anyone figured out how to mount a bumper on the ugly AF chassis?
A couple of people have. The easiest way I've found, depending on what your body you're using, is make a little mount and just mount it to the body instead of mounting it to the frame. Mount it to the body. Some guys have used like my axe blades. Some guys have used the axe blades that I sell, bolted that to the front of the ugly chassis, and then bolted the bumper to the end of the axe blades, and they seem to line up fairly well. Otherwise, just some kind of bracket, whatever kind of bracket you can think of. Jim's probably figured out 5 or 6 different ways to do it.
Styrene. I make styrene brackets that I mount to the front of the chassis that I contour the body shape.
Papa Shorty's RC. Will any of the motors work on FCX? I believe both. So I know for sure the 130s, the big blocks, the new Big Block X will work. And I believe the Torque Beast 180X will also work in the FMS. I have not tried fitting it in there yet, but just looking at it, it looks like where the motor sits on here, if I can figure out how to get this pointed the right direction.
Troy agreed that the 180 will fit.
It looks like it will slide right past the frame on there. Because it's just longer. It's the same dimensions. It's just a little bit longer. I think it will fit, and I don't think it's going to hit the upper links. I don't think. Looking at it, it doesn't look like it would hit the upper links when you go full compression. Now, if you have like a super low center of gravity chassis, it may. But the Torque Beast 180, I bet that's going to be a really great candidate in the FMS for overall power and everything else. I just have not had time to stick one in there yet and find out.
Right, he says he's using a Bronco. Extra plastic servo horns. Yeah, they're handy actually.
There you go. Yeah. All those little plastic horns you get when you order servos. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
All right, what are we doing next? Are we doing a rum, a scotch, a bourbon, a tequila, another cognac, or whiskey? Let's do here we go. I got one. I don't think I've even opened this one yet. This one is called Small Batch Texas Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah, that shit will knock your teeth out, Brian.
Let's try this one. See if I can figure out how to open this with one hand.
Yeah, I seen that comment.
Are the shafts same thickness as 180s? Yes. 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter shaft on the 180s and 130s. Troy Posty. Okie doke, I got it open. There we go.
Yeah, Troy, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch.
Cheers, everybody.
1 beer.
Stone Jim time again.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a little rough. Oh, man.
Yep.
Brian said, you want the Torque Beast for plaque buildup, in reference to his other comment about tuning up his toothbrush.
That'll knock that shit right off.
And every one of my motors does have carbon, copper, hybrid alloy brushes. So they are meant to last as long as humanly possible. Now, the ones that are going to wear out faster are going to be the buzzsaw versions. Just because they spin so motherfucking fast. I mean, 50,000 RPM just wears things out, especially when you go hard all day long. Like you just go hard with it constantly, you're gonna burn them out pretty damn quick.
What about 3S on the new Buzzsaw?
I don't know. That's a good question. I did not recommend 3S on the old Buzzsaw.
Right.
I haven't tried it yet on the new one. I bet it will be freaking gnarly.
70,000 RPM.
So it's 50,000 RPM on 2S. It will be like 70,000 ish RPM on 3S. That's going to be a lot. You're going to be burning some shit. Watch temperatures. Do small burst.
You did send me one, so I mean, I'm going to get the whole. I want all the motors number 9 for sure. I told Mike to set them aside. So
yeah, we haven't dug them out yet and gone through them, so you can still get number 9 for all of them.
Right. Well, see, and
Number
you
9.
sent me this one.
Good on number 9, eh?
Maybe I should try this on 3S.
You should do it. You should stick it on something on 3S and just hit the stream camera, hit live, and just do donuts until it burns out and see how long it lasts.
Challenge
Well,
accepted.
we'll see.
See if it makes one full pack doing donuts.
But we'll get it in something and get it mounted up and give her hell.
Give her hell, Jim.
So people are asking, what's in the old package here?
Maybe
And,
tomorrow.
This is letter number A package.
Lachlan said, "What's in the box?"
Let's see if people are starting to get angsty about the package. They do get a bit keen for the mail.
Oh, RC Remedy, by the way, you hit 200 subscribers. I don't know if you were at 200 before tonight, but you're at 200 now.
Really?
Congratulations, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
still
you all.
showing 194. So
Oh, mine says 200 over here.
yeah,
I was
well,
at
I'm sure.
193 earlier. I lost
You guys-
4 in
You
the
guys
space
may
of
be
4 days.
you guys may be behind. You guys need to upgrade yo shit. One of y'all's in the future. I'm surprised it doesn't show like 225 in the future.
I'm not looking at it.
That's
I appreciate that, guys. I really do.
a milestone. 200.
It is, man. Yeah, that's right. 500 will do a big giveaway, I think.
Hell
Hey, Nate.
yeah.
I need
That's
to
a
get
long
ready
way.
to.
That's a long way away.
I need to get ready for Jason's stream, so I'm going to jump off here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's half an hour away, isn't it? 25
Yeah.
minutes.
Party on, Garth.
So I will catch you guys either in Jason's or I will catch you later. I'll talk to you later for sure, Nate. And I will talk to
Later
you
on,
for
Jim
sure.
Skis.
No worries. Thanks, Jim.
Love you, bro.
See you guys later.
Yeah,
Love you
same.
guys too, man.
Later. You can't get rid of me that easy. I am still here. Let's
Stuck with
open
you.
this mother friggin' package. I am so
Yeah,
anxious
let's
to
do
see
it.
what's in this thing. The suspense is killing us all.
Damn, they wrapped it up pretty good.
That's always a plus. You don't want
It
broken
is.
shit. Don't want broken or lost shit when you get your package.
So this was an eBay purchase. It's the old. I don't think this is going to show up very well. But the Molotov, whatever it is, the silver chrome, liquid chrome.
Is it like a marking pen?
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty much the best one out there, I think.
Dude, I wish I had one of those like 3 days ago. We were trying to get numbers put on all these shelves. That would have been so handy.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently gives a nice finish. Jim's a big fan of it. I've seen him do it. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
not bad. We had a few guesses. We usually when we have more time, we usually make people have a guess at what's in there, you know.
Nobody would have guessed it was a marker. Nobody would have.
Exactly. No, that's it. Most people think it's all going to be 24 stuff, and it mostly is. But
It's a goddamn marker. I bet $1,000 right now. I would have won something.
yeah, we have had some crazy guesses though. Actually,
I bet, dude. Man.
Yeah.
So now you're asking questions. Let me ask you a question. I've seen you. I've seen your orders from me before, and I've seen you around for a long time. How long have you had your channel?
I started this one November, I think, last year.
November last year.
October, November. Yeah.
So that would be almost a year, like 9 months, 8 months, 9 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Not bad. I wish I would have seen your channel sooner. I didn't even know you had a channel until like 2 days ago when you messaged me.
No one does, mate. Yeah. No,
I like listening to you Aussies speak, man. I could hear it. I could listen to y'all. I could just turn it on in the background and listen to you say things with a weird accent.
The Americans seem to like it. Yeah.
You guys don't like our accents because our accents suck. You heard one American, you heard us all.
Oh, I don't know. You guys have got a pretty wide variety of accents going there too.
Yeah, I guess we do. I didn't really grasp the whole I live in Texas accent. I never got it. I do live in Texas, but I never got that accent. I'm not like, yeah, we're going to talk today about the new motors I got coming in. We got some great motors for you to show you today. We got a motor with a big giant magnet in it. It's amazing. It's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about it, and it's going to go fast and burn stuff up. I never got that accent. I never did. I wish I did. It'd be a lot cooler if I did, probably.
Southern bells sound wonderful, says Jim.
My wife, if we hang around her family too long, her accent shows up. She was from one of these tiny towns here in Texas, a town called Mexia. It's spelled like Mexia, Mexia. She was from one of these towns. Apparently, she had the accent growing up, and then she moved to Austin, Cedar Park, Round Rock area, and the accent kind of dissipated as she lived here. And then she got like a normal sounding accent. You know, she sounds like every other fucking American woman, right? but when she hangs around too many rednecks for too long, you can hear it. It comes back in, and she just starts rolling things and fucking, you know, wandering off with weird draws, and it gets a little funny. I'm not gonna lie. I like it though. It's interesting, and it kind of turns me on. Sorry. All right, go ahead. Back to the opening the mails. Let's do it.
We say how we feel here on the show.
Can I guess what's in that package? Can I guess what's in that package?
You can have a guess. Everyone gets a guess.
What? Where did it come from? Is it from the U.S.?
I reckon it's probably AliExpress, this one.
Okay, AliExpress. So we're going to do 20 questions. AliExpress. Is it RC related?
Definitely.
Okay, so that's question number 2.
I'll say it's small scale.
Okay, it's small scale. That would have been my question number 3. So, is it something for an axle?
Kind of. Not.
Is it a link? Is it links? Is it links?
It might be.
It is links, isn't it? Is it high clearance links?
That's a pretty popular guess, actually. Let's find out, shall we?
Let's find out.
We've got Robert says ESC. Jim says axles. What do we got? Yeah.
I can't tell. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see. It's something small and red. It's
not
orange.
cock rings.
It's a cock ring. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie. It's a cock ring.
It's about right, too,
Hey, let me know the website. I need some of those cock rings too. All right. That looks like my size.
This is actually set of red tires for.
That was my next guess. Tires, yes.
Yeah, for this
Not
guy.
cock rings. Yeah, that's where I was going. Yes, tires.
But I think
Are they
it may have
silicone? Are they
dual
silicone?
purpose. They feel quite grippy, actually. Yeah, the nice and
Wow.
soft. It's super grippy.
That would
It's almost
probably be so they look like they would be a pretty slick and squishy material, which
They are.
might be really good on a slick surface, I bet.
I want to see if I can make them smoke.
That would be cool.
What I'm
Don't
working
breathe
on
it
is
in. Don't breathe in the smoke.
I want to put another servo on top and lock the front axle up at will, sort of thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like a brake line lock sort of thing. Yeah. See if we can make this thing smoke.
Do some little mini burnouts.
If I can't get the tires to smoke, we'll get the motor to smoke. No worries.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's
pretty cool.
bit of a novelty item.
That's what they say whenever you go into the fucking porn stores too. Novelty items. I'm not going to use this. This is not for me. I'm buying this for a bachelor party.
Yeah, I think Cochrane gets said every episode pretty much, or sex toys, or
They all look like cock rings.
I filter them out. I go through the parcels to make sure there's no sex toys. But it hasn't happened yet, so we're doing all right.
Oh man! All right, so now before you open something else, I am going to take a swig of. We're going to do tequila. So I haven't done any tequila yet today.
Nasty.
We are going to do. I'm going to do my giant 1 gallon size bottle of tequila.
Ooh.
This is Grand Centenario Añejo, or Añejo, or Añejo, or Añejo, depending on where the hell you're from. It means aged.
Right.
Grand Centenario, aged in bourbon or whiskey barrels or wine barrels or something. We're doing one of these. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Yeah, I hope so, Troy. All right. I don't think so, but I hope so.
Was a little rough. Oh, I got a little too much on that one. He took too much, man. He took too much.
Pink says rock. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be a possibility, I think. You guys will be the first to find out.
I'm walking around in here like a madman. I haven't sat down the whole time we've been talking. I don't know where the hell I put my lighter at. I keep setting it down somewhere. There it is. Found it.
It almost looks like you're in an old hall or something, you know? Like...
Yeah, so here's what we were looking at, all right? We got a toolbox behind me, and we got a liquor cabinet over there somewheres, continuing on with a wine cabinet and a refrigerator and a bunch of stuff back that way. And then as we go along this way, you see more stuff heading that way, and we got a child following me. What's up, dude?
Hello.
G'day, mate.
What you want?
Hello,
What you want, Pooh?
I'm good.
Then we go this way, and we got some 3D printing materials and supplies and some tools. And we go over here, and there's
machine you're running there. What printers?
ooh, man. Oh, you know what? There's a cam button. Let me see if I can turn this around. Oh, nope, that just turns it off. Nope, that don't do it. How the heck do I turn this around? I'm not going to dick with it. I'll probably screw it up. Here's one printer that we have not been able to hook up yet in the new shop. This is a laser printer.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Sweet.
This runs.
You showed that, haven't you?
I have showed it. God damn, it's so hard to orient this camera while I'm holding it. It's all jacked up and reversed. So this is a laser printer. It uses a powder, and it melts the powder with lasers.
SLS, right?
Yeah, SLS. So
yeah.
Let's see. That is all powdered nylon in this one. This is nylon 11. We also have a TPU material, a nylon 12 glass-filled material, a carbon fiber nylon material, and that's it. These other two machines, here and here, both are required to use that printer.
Oh shit!
So to use this one printer, it's like $100,000 for everything you need. It's like this, like buying a house. It's like going out and buying a small house somewhere just to have one 3D printer. But I don't have to use Shapeways to make the same quality of parts Shapeways makes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they look great, those sintered parts. Look amazing.
We also have, in this area I was going to show you earlier, this goes this way, and we have shelves and corners and things. I'm going to try not to die because I'm walking backwards, not looking where I'm going. We have stuff that way, stuff this way, stuff this way, some more stuff over here, some more stuff back this way over here. And then we got more stuff. We got more printers over this direction. Those are
oh yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah,
some of these are SLA printers, and there's an FDM printer in the middle of those. Yeah. Then we got more stuff over there, and more stuff this direction, and stock overhead stock stuff over here, and more stuff that way. It's a very surprisingly small space with a ton of shit in it. This is like 1,100 square feet, and we have like 1,700 square foot of shit, or 20,000 million square foot of shit packed into this tiny space. Hey, Trev, what do you need, dude?
I'm looking for that key. Oh,
which key?
Big level.
What?
Remember that big ATV that you got?
The little ATV? The green one?
Yeah, the big one.
It's smaller than yours, dude. I don't know why you like that one so much. It's hanging on the refrigerator. It's hanging on the refrigerator. Don't make too much noise. I'm on the live stream. Don't kill yourself either. Wear your helmet, you little shit. Wear your helmet, you little shit.
Rules to
live why you want to be twinsies, dude? Why are you wearing a blue shirt when I'm wearing a blue shirt?
What do you mean? I just put on a blue shirt.
No, you're just trying to look like me right now, aren't you?
No, you're being an imposter.
You're an imposter.
Imposter.
All right, get out of here. I'm busy. We got my 100-inch fan. Look at that thing. Bam.
Hey, look at that.
Got two ACs. AC there. AC there. And this week I installed my air compressor finally, so I can use my 3D printer, the laser printer now. I can finally use it again. I got my my air hoses connected and shit now.
You're
boom.
Set up, man. That's crazy. Right.
I got this one here in the middle of the shop. Way over here, I got this regulator / water dryer thing here coming in and going down behind everything so I can use the sandblaster again. So now we can actually blast all these parts, because you have to sandblast them when you're done printing them, because they get all jacked up and full of shit. So like this little part here, there it is. You see, you can't see any of the holes there. You can't see any of those holes, right? You can barely see them. Watch that thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna stare at the ceiling for 1 second while I sandblast this real quick. I'll show you just a quick spot. I'm gonna do a quick spot. All right. I didn't shut the lid.
There you go.
I didn't shut the lid on the sandblaster. I should have shut the lid on the sandblaster.
Yeah,
that was terrible. All right, now you can see a few more of the holes, maybe. There we go.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, much better already. Yeah.
And that was just like a quick second of blasting it.
What media are you using?
So this is glass bead, and it's too big. This I think this is 125 grit, and we really need a 200 grit from what we've been finding out.
Yeah.
Because the 125, when you hit it too hard for like a couple seconds in one spot, you start leaving little dimples and scratch marks in it in the plastics.
Okay.
So we're gonna bump up to like a 200 grit, and hopefully that will work better. Hopefully, because the stuff we're using now is just a little too rough.
Right. Okay. We're gonna go on and open up another package.
Let's do it. No, that's my big key. It's the key that has nothing on it. Nothing.
We have. It's a tie between B, C, and D. As a guest, Nick, you get 2 votes. So you can spread them out however you want, or put them on one letter. You got B,
all right.
C, or D.
What do they look like? Can we see the packages first?
No.
No. Fuck. I'm gonna go with B. B. My double vote says B. You already did 2 other packages. The next one that you planned in line is going to be the cool, bestest one. I'm guessing it's going to be B.
Letter
and it's going
B.
to be the cock ring this time.
Yeah, it might be actually. Yeah, it might be.
Yep, that's the cock ring for sure. 4.5-inch diameter. Yep, 2-inch length of girth to it.
Girth. Call me Girth Brooks. Oh, anyone want to make a guess? We got people leaving. I think Jim and Jason are about to start up soon.
Fuck Jim and Jason. They both suck anyways. We're hanging out here.
Well, Jason was supposed to be here too, actually. He tried to video call me at 6:45 or something in the morning. I was asleep. But
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't show up. I don't know. He's only doing like an hour show, I guess, for something. I don't know what he's doing. I have no fucking clue. I just work here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I've got no idea most of the time what's going on. Yeah, so we got these couple of these guys.
Is it a battery?
Yeah, the Ovonics.
Ooh, 2200.
Yeah, they're only a 2S, but the reason I got these ones is just to power my FPV goggles.
You know, I like the Ovonics batteries. I've got a few of them.
Yeah, they're good, huh?
They are good. I have not had. I think I've got like 10 or 12 of them that I was using in my my bouncers.
Right.
And I think I've only had. I don't even think I've had a single one go out yet. Well, I haven't tested them lately, and they've been sitting on a shelf for a year. So yeah, they all may be bad now, but I haven't tried them yet in like a year.
Yeah, I've maybe got about 20 of them. I use them for these guys as well. The FPV quads, 1300 packs, 4S. I've only ever had one bad battery come, and I sent them proof, and they sent me 2 replacements straight away. Yeah.
So here's my I use the so for my bouncer rigs on 4S, I had the 1550s. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
1550s for the bouncer rigs. I also use some Z packs, 1500 3S for my 3S bouncers. But for the 4S, I was using Ovonics.
Yeah. Oh, they're great value. And they've got an Australian warehouse too, so.
Nice. So you don't have to pay a ton of money for shipping?
No, very good rates. Yeah. Well, did you guess that, Jim, or was that after the fact?
Key? It's on the fridge, dude. Just use your 4-wheeler. Jesus Christ. You don't need to find the key for that. Just use yours. There's 2 4-wheelers out there. Use the other one. I don't know where the key is for that one. Sorry. Go ahead.
There's no lack of choice. 4-wheelers.
We got 2 4-wheelers. He has a brand new 2023 110cc Polaris Outlaw.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Oh,
and he's trying to find the key for the 2008 90cc Polaris Sportsman I'm like, why the hell do you want the key for that one anyways? It's not as big as yours. It's not as awesome as yours. Yours is brand new and fuel injected. If it turns off, you're not going to spend 2 minutes trying to start it again. Just drive yours.
Right.
I don't get them. I don't get them sometimes. It's new. It's like cold spaghetti. Have you ever heard the story of cold spaghetti?
Don't think so.
All right. So you and the other 26 people watching right now are in for a treat. All right. Here's cold spaghetti. Man comes home from work. Wife says, "Hey, how's your day?" Man says, "It was all right." Man says, "What's for dinner?" So, "Oh, well, we got leftover cold spaghetti." "Oh, okay. All right, cool." Eats his cold spaghetti. Next day, comes home from work. "Hey, honey, what we got for dinner?" "Oh, we got cold spaghetti again." "All right, cool." Eats his cold spaghetti. Next day, comes home from work. "Hey, honey, what's for dinner?" "Well, we still got cold spaghetti." God damn, this man's thinking, what the fuck is up with this cold spaghetti? How much goddamn leftover cold spaghetti we got? It's the weekend now. Wife starts playing with man's wiener on the weekend, right? Says, "Hey, honey, playing with your wiener right now?" He says, "Yeah, that's all right." "What's going on?" Wife says, "Oh, nothing. I mean, nothing." "Well, I'm playing with your wiener. Why isn't it getting hard?" "God, honey, I'm just so tired of cold spaghetti. A man needs a hot meatball once in a while, and cold spaghetti just gets old once in a while. Sorry, it was a terrible joke, but man, if you're listening right now, don't look for hot meatballs. Deal with your cold spaghetti wife. All right, deal with it. Don't ruin your life. Life lessons from the MOFO.
Morals. MOFO morals.
MOFO morals. There we go. I like that term.
Morals with MOFO.
Morals with MOFO. Time for another shot. What do we got now? We got C and D packages, right? Or do we have something else?
Yeah, you're right. And it's a tie again, one each.
One each.
Yeah.
Do I get to make a deciding vote?
Yeah, I usually throw it out to the guests or the chat, whatever. So, yeah.
I'm going with D this time because I'm going to drink some rum.
Ooh,
Oxbow.
I'll tell you what, man.
Barrel aged.
Just the smell of rum turns my stomach, dude.
It smells terrible. It smells like God, it smells like
Turns you into a pirate.
like burned cat asshole with sugar on it. It's like sweet burned cat asshole. Don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, well, that was my next question for you, actually. Maybe I should add that to the little interview we got next.
Tastes like burned cat asshole too. Fuck. I mean, I wouldn't know that either.
Questionable.
Questionable.
Really raises more questions than it answers, doesn't it?
It probably does, doesn't it?
I don't know if I should put that up, Troy. I'm gonna leave that for the people that can read that one. Right. Letter number D. Anyone care to have a little guess?
What's the package look like? Let's see it.
It's let's have a look.
Tell me dimensions. Okay, here we go. That one is definitely this time a cock ring.
Could be.
No, I'm just kidding. It actually looks like a bag of silica. That is a bag of silica you're going to put in your gun safe. That's what that is.
No guns here, mate.
It looks squishy. It looks like it's a bag of silica, a dehydrator, so your guns don't rust.
It is kind of squishy. Hey, Osborne, there you go, mate.
Or maybe it's Orbeez. It might be Orbeez. It's probably Orbeez. Anyone with a child under the age of 13 knows what an Orby is. It might be Orbeez.
Water-filled things. Is that them?
That's them. They're like big caviar. I've never had caviar, but if you're rich, you might know what caviar is.
Yeah, no. Not here.
Or like really, really small, I don't know, beach balls filled with water and like algae growing on them on the outside. That's probably what it is. Really, really small beach balls filled with water and algae growing on the outside. That's what it is. Final guess.
How'd you know that? What? Oh, let's do it. I haven't. Yep, I thought so. It is more cock rings.
It is a cock ring. I fucking knew it. That was my first guess, dude. That was my first guess.
In black.
I mean, that one's too big. It's too big, but
yeah, maybe a little.
But I mean,
it's hard to tell when you order from China.
You could maybe put it in like the freezer, and it'll shrink a little bit.
Make it a little bit stiffer. Yeah. Randy Klaus, there you go, mate. Don't think I've seen your name here before. Welcome.
Oh, GNCRC. Evening, everyone. Hello, GNCRC.
There you go, mate. Good to see you.
That cock ring would not fit GNCRC. You'd have to find one like 14 times the size of that for GNCRC, probably.
Well, it's the right color, right?
It is the right color, but it's not big enough.
Yeah, that's it, Lachlan. I like my rings.
So those tires, they do look bigger than the red ones. Do you have different wheels, or do they both fit the same wheels? Actually, the red ones, here's what I'm looking at right now. Here's what I see as I'm looking at your picture right now. The very far right red one looks way smaller than all the other ones. Is that an optical illusion, or is it just like actually smaller?
I think it's the shape.
It might be the shape.
That one. I think it's just because it's a bit squished. Yeah, I reckon
that's what I tell her sometimes. I mean, when she's like, "Hey, why doesn't yours look as big as some of the other ones I've seen on TV?" And I'm like, I think it's just the shape. Maybe mine's squished a little bit. It's not the right day of the month. It's just, I haven't had my beans tonight. We're going to eat some oysters tomorrow. It's going to be bigger tomorrow after we eat some oysters.
Next time it'll be better.
Next time it'll be better.
Happens to everyone, right? At least once.
It does, doesn't it?
What's been happening there, Corey? I mean, Corey likes a bit of drifting.
Cold spaghetti, Nick? Question mark? Jeff Magovich. Oh, God. Nobody likes cold spaghetti every day of the week, all right?
Variety, mate. Spice of life.
Spice of life.
Yep. Well, that would leave us
with C. Right? Am I right? Is it C? Is it C? It's C. It's C. I freaking knew it. It's C.
So
C is going to be a 12-pack of sandpaper, 80 grit, 4x4 inch squares, 12-pack. That's what it is.
Squares, you say?
4x4, maybe circular, but probably squares. 4x4 inch squares, 12-pack of 80 grit sandpaper. It's the stick-on kind. You peel the back off. That's what it is.
That's very
Final answer.
specific. What about you guys in the chat? Anyone care to make a guess?
That, or it's a Honda air filter for a lawnmower.
A lawnmower. I don't even have a lawn. I think if I did, it'd be dead.
Hey, I tell you what, it's starting to look like Australia around here. We haven't had rain in like 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
It's just dirt and dead stuff everywhere. Dirt and dead stuff.
Yeah, probably
including
closer to
chickens.
Central Australia than here. I'm in South Australia. We got a pretty decent climate. It gets hot, but we get like, I think the record here is like 50 C.
I don't know what that means. What's 50 C in Fahrenheit? Somebody in the comments, look up 50 C in Fahrenheit.
There you go. Crowdsource.
It's going to be 119, I bet, in Fahrenheit.
Corey reckons you got it right. Sandpaper.
It's definitely sandpaper. It's definitely sandpaper.
Sex toys, right?
It's definitely not more sex toys. This one looks like sandpaper.
You ever done that?
This is going to be the sex toy. Watch. He's going to pull it out. It's going to be the cock ring. Here it is.
No, we got heaps of cock rings. We got cock rings for days, man.
I'm looking at like an 8-inch screen. I can't tell what it is yet. It's going to be.
Yeah. These things are pretty small, kind of like the other thing.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she did.
It's definitely a cock ring. Oh, nope.
These
It's
are
a Lego.
Little heat sinks. Yeah.
Oh, little heat sink. Sweet.
Yeah.
To go on your little drift motors.
Yeah. Well, should be perfect, really. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't use that one yet. Wait till you get my motor.
Yeah, I won't put it on that. That's
I foresee burnouts in the future with my motor, 50 or 30,000 RPM. I foresee burnouts. Do you know what the gear pitch is on those things yet?
I had a brief look online, but I haven't had a good search,
So if you pull them out, show me the two gears, take a picture of them and send it to me. I might be able to guess. I might be able to guess what they are. Or if you just measure it in outer diameter, I could probably tell you what it is. Count the teeth, measure the outer diameter, I can tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's probably going to be either Mod 3, 4, or 5, if I had to guess. I don't think they would go weirder than that. And I have Mod 3s, Mod 4s, and Mod 5s here in stock. We will figure something out to do massive burnouts with.
That's killer. That's awesome. Thank you, Nick. That's fucking. I do want to get one of your monster truck frames. Actually,
You definitely need one. Look at this right here.
Yeah. That's the shit. Yep. Oh. No, I'm talking the carbon.
Ooh, full carbon. Yes.
Yeah. It's got to be
Even
carbon.
better. Yes.
I don't think any of my small scale vehicles have a metal chassis anymore.
You're going to love it. I guarantee my 3MT monster truck chassis is the best monster truck chassis ever made. There's been others that have been more well-ly known, but they aren't as good as mine. They're just not. I'm sorry, they're not. But
I've heard good things.
the thing the other ones have going for them was their limited production. The next best company that makes the monster truck carbon chassis has a very limited production. I don't even know if they're still available anymore. They might not be. And maybe they are. I can't remember. But they were never as good as mine anyways. So you got to worry about it. You get one of mine, you're the best. And you're dealing with the best.
Yeah.
Sorry. just the way it
Definitely,
is.
It's on the list, that's for sure. It's right up there. Oh, what are you drinking
More
now?
tequila. This is a 1.75 liter jug
Oh,
of the Godfather, El Padrino, Di Matera. I think that means like family of crowns. I don't fucking know. I don't know Spanish that well. This is a Reposado. It is slightly aged, but not as aged as a Añejo, which is aged longer. These are a little bit more burning when they go down, but still good. Cheers.
Yeah, I think you were drinking that the other night, or a little while back, recently.
I probably was.
Yeah. Amongst other things.
This one is actually very good and very inexpensive. For anyone looking to do a really good tequila without breaking the bank, if you can find El Padrino Reposado, that works for almost everything. You can make margaritas with it. You can make Mexican martinis with it, or you can just drink it straight out of the bottle, and it's very smooth.
All right. Yeah,
Matt Harris, I have the 3MT chassis and the carbon. He has the printed and the 3MT carbon. Nice.
The Pinion Punisher.
I don't know why. Every now and then, randomly, a comment pops up on my phone. I see all the comments on my TV, but on my phone, they very randomly pop up. It's weird.
It is weird. Yeah, I try to catch as many of them as I can, but
I tell you what, Nate.
Definitely, yeah.
I've had a great time hanging out with you tonight, buddy.
Oh, thank you, man. Same here. I appreciate
I do love your channel. It's been great so far. Everything you're doing is a lot of fun, dude.
That's what it's all about, man. We don't take ourselves real seriously here. You know?
Oh, yeah.
We just like to have a good time. Get the community together. Have a laugh.
GNCRC, will MOFO be selling the 6x6 chassis B. Kochner has? Yes, I will. I gotta see how well his nylon printed one works. And if it works really well and doesn't snap in half within like a few weeks, I'll probably throw that on the website while I wait for the carbon or aluminum or titanium or steel or brass or some other version of them. But yes, we will be selling those. Yes.
The way that thing was flexing on his video the other day, that was nuts.
That was nuts, dude. Yeah. I tell you what, B. Kochner is like the freaking master of building stuff, dude.
Yeah.
He just he's an engineer by trade.
Oh, okay.
So he sits there and he dicks with things until they're perfect. And I love it because when I make stuff, right, it's meant to be made perfect. And it's made for the people who sit there and dick with it until they get it perfect, you know? Now, a lot of my stuff is very easy and user-friendly, like this Hijacker chassis right here and the ugly chassis. You know, a lot of these things are so easy, a freaking caveman could build them. I mean, this has all the stock components just bolted right on. And the body flips right down. And look, the hood pins are sticking out. You see that?
Nice. Yeah.
This thing just, you just bolt all your old shit on and it works. Tell me what other chassis you can bolt all your old shit on. And when you flip it down, the hood pins are sticking out. Even the stock chassis doesn't work that well. This is how long, this is why it takes me so freaking long to design things that are awesome, because when I do it, I think way the hell in the future is like, what kind of novice will be building this, right?
Yeah,
And
right,
and when
interview.
they put it together, are they going to be pissed off that
that's
something
right.
didn't line up? You know, and I'm like, I
Mhm.
want it to line up fucking perfect right off the bat. Everything.
Yeah.
When you bolt it on, it works great.
Well, that's it. When you get those people that doesn't work out for, they want to tell the world. These days.
Oh yeah,
outraged.
it's always the people that shit doesn't work that tell the world.
That's right.
Like,
Yes.
I'll sell 500 to something, and 497 of them work great and have no problems, and 3 people can't figure out what they're doing wrong, or maybe they have a defect. And the 3 people that couldn't figure it out will be the only people that post a review. Everybody else has a great time and does what they do and does what I do. But the 3 people that can't figure it out will be the only 3 people that post a review about it.
It's funny.
And those will be the only 3 people that won't ever message me either. They'll be like, "Well, this shit sucks."
Yeah, I've heard you say that before. Yeah.
And they'll never message me, and I'll find it. I'll find their post eventually. I'll find it, and I'll be like, "What the fuck? God damn it." And I'll message them and be like, "Hey, what was the problem?" "Well, I couldn't figure this out, blah, 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 blah." And they'll send me a picture, and I'll be like, "Oh, you put the screw in the wrong spot." And they'll be like, "Oh, okay." And then they won't ever retract their first statement.
Well, that's right. You can't. Once it gets out there, they just...
But I'm just like, you know what? I spend a lot of time. Things take longer around here than they do at some other places. But I try to do it right, and I try to take care of everybody as best I can.
Yep,
That's what MOFO is all about. We try to give everybody the same love that I would expect to find with a premium, even though I don't charge a premium. So,
yeah, seems like you got a good business structure, and the customer care. That's
the customers here's the other thing too. The customers that do know and are somewhat involved all love me and my products and what we put out here. And it's amazing and it's great. And I am so appreciative for every single one of them.
you have a good reputation. I'll say that for sure.
That's what I try. The most important thing to me is the reputation of what I do for the community and what I put out. And, if I get screwed down the line from other assholes stealing my shit and making more money than I do, fuck it. At least I am in business and I can continue making things as long as China doesn't run me out of business.
No, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
It is. It definitely is.
Making money off of it. It's kind of a different story, isn't it? Thanks, Jim.
It is.
See you later.
All right. Where are we moving on to next, or are we done? What are we doing?
I think we might do a quick mini interview.
That'll work.
Yeah, and that'll probably round out the show. And yeah. So let's
you ask me anything you want to know, and I will tell you.
Anything. All right.
Anything.
And we might throw a couple of questions out from the chat as well. If any of you
Let's
guys
do
in the
it.
chat,
Let's do it. And for the other 15 assholes that have left already, fuck y'all. I'm just kidding. I know it's been a long show, and there's like 10 other fucking people live right now, but fuck those other assholes. We're doing the best show right now. Let's do it. Anybody who wants to know any goddamn thing in the world, let's do it.
All right. So question number 1. When was MOFO RC first established initially?
First established initially, what year is this? 23. It was, oh boy, it was 20. 19 or 20, either 2020 or 2019.
Right. Okay.
We came about in either 2019 or 2020. And the first things I was making were tent scale. Tent scale stuff came out first. And I was doing mostly 6x6 axial SCX 24. And I was doing something I called the motor forward kit, which is where the name MOFO came from as an acronym. I'll show you one. I have one right here. This dude dropped his truck off like 3 years ago for me to put a MOFO kit in it and never fucking showed up to pick it up. The other thing I did for him, while I was here, I built this sick ass fucking chassis and battery electronics box and flatbed and got it all set up for him to be amazing. And then he never showed the fuck back up. Here we go. I'm going to try and figure out how to show you this because I don't have a forward-facing camera to turn to. I got to turn it this way.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
This little mog right here, right?
Yeah, look at those curves.
So this thing right here has, let's see. Let's pull the cab off real quick.
Yeah, Lachlan, I was just thinking the same thing. It's like, I always thought it was motherfucker MOFO.
I mean, yes and no. It is motherfucker. But it also sneakily stands for motor forward.
Motor forward.
So if you look at, oh, goddamn, where's my camera at? There it is. You see this motor poking out right there? It's so hard to do this without the rear facing camera. So freaking hard. You see how far that motor is in there? You see the spur gear and the tires. This is the front you're looking at right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you the bottom. If I can figure out how to show the bottom.
There you go.
See the motor right there above the axle?
Yeah. Yep. I've got something similar on the way, but smaller.
That's what she said. Just kidding. This also has one of my servo mounts in the front. Turns the servo sideways. Puts it way the fuck up front and sideways.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
This is like 3-4 years ago technology. Before everybody else had this shit, I had it. You got your electronics box back here.
The originator.
You know, you can stick your battery in there, your fucking ESC, whatever the hell else you want. Right? Yep. There is, believe it or not, there is a transmission under this tiny little space right here. This is all designed by me, this tiny little transmission under here. See how thin that is? That's like 1 inch.
Yeah. It doesn't look like much from here.
There's a transmission and transfer case in there. Going to the front and the rear. Motor's way the hell up front in here, right? All your weight is way up here in front.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything else back here is tiny and squished. So you have all sorts of room for interior. That is where the name,
right.
That is where the name mostly MOFO came from, because I was also doing bouncing stuff. I was also doing bouncers. Okay. I was doing dude, I got a lot of stuff over here, right here. All right, real quick, right? I don't know if you can see all these rings behind me.
Yeah, I spotted the base camp earlier.
There's a bunch of bouncers and other stuff over here. Random weird things, right? All sorts of shit back there. That was all also what I was doing. I was also doing 10 scale bouncer parts, skid plates. I was doing cages, metal cages, chassis, crab steering. I was one of the first to do crab steering. If you don't know what crab steering is, I'll show you. Here's a crab steering on my personal most winning bouncer in history, probably. I'm just going to guess that because I don't know for sure because I quit racing like 2 years ago.
Right. Yep. Oh, yeah. Got the ruptures on there. Oh, look at that.
So you see all the steering is way up top, but also mounted below.
Hey, that's crazy. Look at that.
There's even a little skid plate so you don't ram your servo into shit.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
This little bouncer right here, pretty much every time I went to a race, almost every time I got first place.
That's a cool shot.
If I just fucked up a lot and ruined myself, I would not win. But for the most part, every time I took this to a race, I won.
I like that cage.
And half of it is 3D printed.
Really?
Amazingly enough, half of that is 3D printed. Half is metal, half is 3D printed.
Oh, it's amazing that just 3D printing in general. Oh,
This weird ass thing right here, which is half taken apart, is a freaking concoction of hybrid parts of oh my god, it is Yeti Bomber.
Frankenstein.
Oh my god, what's the other company that makes the low C? A lot of low C stuff in that thing too. Same thing with this one too. They have center diffs in them as well. This one too. Center diffs, front diff, rear diff. So you can actually choose how you want them locked or not locked just by different fluids.
Yeah.
Same thing with my DB48 right here.
You got some cool rigs, man.
I got a lot of really cool, like just actual race rigs for 10 scale that I used to really enjoy doing. I just haven't had time to do it for a long time because I've been so damn busy. Once it took off, didn't have time anymore.
Courtney Barron says, show us your liquor cabinet. He already did that. Oh, there you go.
I think she means it's shot time. Courtney Barron. What are we taking a shot of, Courtney? You better message in the next 25 seconds. Tequila, whiskey, rum, bourbon. What? What are we doing?
Bourbon.
What is she going to say? How much is the new axle set going to cost? Probably about $1.25 to $1.50, probably, if I had to guess.
Right. Yeah. She says tequila.
Tequila. Okay. Let's do this fucked up bottle of tequila. I broke this the other day on a live stream. You see that lid? It's supposed to look like this.
Oh.
The lid broke off because I was somewhat inebriated. And I went to smack the lid back on and the whole fucking top broke off. So I might drink some chunks of glass right now. Or I might just pour it all over myself because there's no spout. Are y'all ready for this?
Yeah, that'll give it some kick.
Cheers. This is a Cristalino. It's El Padrino Cristalino Añejo. That means it is aged and then filtered and then aged some more. I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to pour this. I have no clue how I'm pouring this right now. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Hey, oh Jesus, there's rockstar style. You get any glass fragments?
I don't think so. I'll find out tomorrow when I go poo poo.
Yeah, you'll know. You'll know if you do.
Very smooth, but also very burning.
G. Carter's got a question for you here. Will the large-scale 6S motor be a 2023 release?
God damn.
Large scale success.
So I've got a. It's such a shame. I don't even know if I want to talk about. I've got a 10 scale motor. That was supposed to be like my bread and butter, right?
Okay.
Totally new freaking design. Nobody's ever done it before. And I saw it earlier. Where the hell did I see it at? I've got 3 of them. And they were my prototypes. And one night, I got a little too drunk, and I showed them off.
Yeah.
And then you know what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Furitech copied the motherfucker and made it before I did.
Oh, which one was that?
Well, they call it the Cedar motor,
Oh, the Cedar. Oh, fuck.
which mine was a 10th scale version of what they made. But where the hell was it? I just saw it earlier. I don't even know where the heck's at now. But what it is, oh, I know where there's one. There's one in this base camp you were looking at earlier. I had 3 of them. I gave one to a team driver of mine, which I don't think I've ever seen a picture posted of it yet. But look at this 4S battery in here. 4S brick sitting in there.
Yep.
And there's the motor. You can kind of barely see it in there.
Yeah.
So what that is, it's so hard to work this camera. It's all backwards. Everything's backwards. What that is it is an internal outrunner. An internal outrunner motor within a case, so you don't get chunks of rock and dirt and mud and whatever else in it.
Oh, I get you. Right.
And so you have an outrunner motor, which naturally produces like 2 to 3 times the torque of an inrunner motor. So you have the outrunner, which produces way more torque, gives you a much better low speed performance, and still a very, very good high speed performance.
Right.
But it also is sealed. So while being sealed, you don't have to worry about rocks, mud, dirt, water, whatever. Look, we're outside right now. You don't have to worry about the other crap coming into your motor while you're having a good time with it, which, you know, isn't really that much of a problem, honestly. You don't have a lot of issues with crap coming into your motor normally, unless you're like deep sea diving with your SCX 10 or 24, whatever the hell it is, right?
Yep.
But just for the sake of doing it, because nobody else has ever done it before, I had this motor made specifically, and it was going to be my very first 10 scale motor ever released. And it should have been released a few months ago, probably. But we got too busy, ran out of money. We seem to run out of money a lot around here. We're not as big as, so.
Well, that's it.
One of the main problems we have, we don't have the money that a lot of these Chinese companies have.
That's right. Yeah.
Because they sell in such volume. You know, they hit up Amazon and they just sell hundreds and hundreds of things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Buying
Per day, like hundreds per day. And I just don't have the resources to do what they can do. But they all love stealing my shit. They all love stealing my shit. Like when I do a video about something and I'm super excited and I'm like, brand new, amazing thing.
Check this out. Yeah.
Check this out. And then, and usually I've had too much tequila and I release something before I actually get it in hand. And next thing you know,
just like that.
all these Chinese companies, boom, 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 are selling whatever the hell it was I just talked about before I can even have it produced. They're selling it, and it sucks.
Yeah,
but it's my own dumbass mistake for not realizing that I'm an idiot and I shouldn't talk about shit before I have it ready to sell. Because at least if I have it ready to sell, I can at least make like the initial investment back probably once it's ready before they all copy it. But a lot of the times I put shit out and show things before I have them. And then I just get screwed.
Yeah, that's no good, mate. Yeah, can't be doing that too much. But hey, a couple of drinks, and we all know about that.
Couple of drinks, I'm having fun. I'm talking to people that are like-minded, that I love, and they love me, and it's a fun time. And just kind of goes to shit once in a while. You never know what's going to happen.
So how many products are you selling now? You've got a lot of variants, haven't you?
Right now, products, we probably have 200.
Right.
Variants of the products, we probably have 400.
Yeah. Okay.
So like this product that also fits this product with a slightly different variant would be like 2, right? So we put a different gear on something, we put a different mounting hole here, we put this, that, there, whatever. So we probably got at least 250 of just products. And then we have like an extra 150 to 200 extra variants. Yeah,
okay. Yep. Nice. We got a question here from Doug Nicholson. What's the bidding start at for that motor?
Is he talking about the 10 scale one? Probably. We have 2 more available. I can't remember which one I got rid of. There was 3 originally. It was 1800, 2200, and 2500 kV motors.
Okay.
And I think I gave away to one of my drivers the 25, maybe? I can't remember. I'd have to read the cases on them again to figure out which one is which. But I do have the other 2. And honestly, I will probably make them, even though PureTech screwed me over and stole my idea before I could make it production because I was an idiot and posted a video online showing it off. But you live and you learn. Right? You live and you learn, and you realize you don't show off cool shit before you have it to market. You got to have shit ready. So if you guys are like starting off and you're making some stuff, don't show your product off until you are selling your product.
Build that suspense. Keep people
deal with this suspense. Just say, hey, I got something cool coming. And let it grow from there. Don't show or talk about whatever the hell it is. Because as well as you may know a company, companies are companies and they have to freaking thrive or die. So these other companies, they got to do what they got to do to make their money and live. Otherwise, they're just dead. And what better way than just robbing someone else of their creative design?
That's right. How easy is that?
What better way? It's easy. You can't patent stuff from China. You can't do it. You can't patent things from China because China does not give a shit. They will steal whatever the hell you have.
Copyright or whatever.
There's nothing there.
They don't do it. Yeah. So what product would you say has been your biggest seller?
Oh, God. Probably the torque beast motors, I bet. If I had to guess, the torque beast motors I sell, because nobody wants to spend the extra money to make the motors like I do. They will all make a motor, and it might be a decent motor, but it doesn't have all the aspects that my motors have.
Kind of
So they just don't want to spend the extra dough. I mean, we're talking the difference between when these big companies buy a motor and have it made to whatever specification they have it made to, right? You're talking like they're paying probably 70 cents a motor for these things.
Yeah.
Maybe $1, right?
The buying power, buying bulk.
They're buying like 20,000, 30,000 at a time.
Yeah, big orders.
At like 70 cents to $1 each. And me, oh my God, I'm spending like 10 to 15 times as much as that to have my motors with all the customizations I want and only buying like 500 at a time. But they're still, you know, when people do buy them and try them, and, you know, they've tried the other ones, and the other ones they're all right. They work good. You know, some of them work decent. Some of them work great in most cases, right? But they're not amazing. And I try to do the amazing factor when I make stuff. I don't try to make the, it's all right. I don't try to do the, factor.
Yeah,
I try to do the wow.
The extra mile.
I try to go the wow. This is so much better than everything else is what I try to do. And
a couple of steps ahead.
And the really shitty thing is I have to try to compete with their prices. So they're like $15 for a motor. And I'm like $15 for a motor. And they're spending 70 cents on that motor and making $14.30 on it. And I'm spending a shit ton of money and making like $3 or $4 on each one of these motors I sell. And I can't sell in the volume because I don't do Amazon and I don't do eBay. I only have a website.
Yep. One-man band.
One-man band. It's me and it's a dude named Mike, who some of you may have met.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does the order.
Mike is the dude that does the packing for me. He shows up, he packs the orders. He hangs out with me. It's like a fun friend to hang out with while he does the stuff that I really don't want to do. You know, it's what that is. I love Mike. He's freaking awesome.
The right-hand man.
Without him, I would be so miserable every freaking day. I would wake up and I'd walk out here and I'd spend several hours packing shit in envelopes before I did anything else. And I would be so lame. By the time I'm done packing the shit, I would just want to give up on life, go watch TV and eat a bunch of hot dogs or something, you know? So I love having Mike around here.
That's good. Extra set of hands, man. Never hurts.
It is. I don't know how I would do it without some sort of extra set of hands here.
All right. Final question. What is next for MOFO?
Okay, so Next, I want to get back closer towards the roots of MOFO. When I started doing this, I was doing a lot of 3D printed stuff that was very, very technologically advanced, really cool things. And so the difference between what I've been doing most recently and what I want to do again, when I started doing it, I was able to make whatever I wanted in-house, and I could make it on a drop of a hat, you know. Just, hey, I got this new product I just designed. I'm going to make 500 of them to sell within the next 5 days. And I could do it with 3D printers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, but the thing was, is I wanted to get more into brass, aluminum, carbon fiber, steel, titanium. And I did. I got into all of it, but the thing I've lost doing that is the creativity.
Okay.
once I start making these things out of brass, steel, carbon fiber, aluminum, titanium, whatever else it is, I'm committed on those products until I get rid of them, because I spend all my money buying the shit to sell.
There's a lot invested in it.
It's a lot invested, and I can't do anything else until I get rid of it. So with the new printer, I spent $100,000 on, and I have not used to its capacity yet.
Yeah, it's going to pay
That
itself
is
off.
going to be
over a
next.
long time.
That is going to be next. It's going to be 3D printed, but we will offer amazing warranties on everything. And the stuff we're going to design is going to be 3D printed better than anything you can get from an FDM printer. It's going to be Shapeways quality stuff. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be strong. It's going to be tough. It's not going to break. It's not PLA. It's not going to warp in the sunlight. It's not going to dry out and crack and fracture. It's professional grade material and design and stuff. So
Top notch.
the only thing I've had a problem with so far is I tried to do things that were really freaking cool.
See you, Robert.
But the problem with the really freaking cool things was, cages, bodies, chassis that are tubular. You can only fit like 4 in there at a time. And when you're trying to pay back $100,000 machine, you can't sell 4 parts a day or a week to pay back the $100,000 machine. So we're going to go back to the roots. We're going to sell little parts kits of things to make your rig amazing without breaking the bank. And, shipping is going to be easy because there's a bunch of little tiny parts that come to you and you put it together and it makes your rig freaking awesome. We're going to go back to the original designs that I started at that were awesome. Flat, strong, amazing, not big, giant tubular stuff that nobody wants to pay the money for. Because when I work this machine, if I turn this machine on and I print 4 chassis, and it takes 29 hours to make 4 chassis, tubular and big and huge, right? I got to sell these goddamn things for like $100 a piece. The material involved that's wasted. You cannot recycle a certain percentage of the material. Each jug of material cost me $1,000. You just can't make the money back with these big, awesome things. So we're going to go to tiny, amazing things instead of big, awesome, tiny, amazing. That's going to be next. We're going to get back to in-house manufacturing right here and making really cool shit for everybody to love is what we're going to be going to next.
That's the way, mate. Awesome. You're well on your way, mate. You got a solid, I was going to say fan base. I guess it's, a following.
We do have a solid following and fan base.
And a reputation.
And I love every single one of them. And I know like 60 or 70% of them by name. I may not be able to put a face to the name. Like if I saw them in person, I might not know them, but I know their names.
There's the big difference, I think. In the smaller companies, the home built, homemade, versus the big corporate or overseas.
Oh yeah.
Hey Brian, you're still here. Cool. Yeah, glad to hear that, Nick.
B. Costner loves it. He loves my little trinkety design things, dude. He fucking loves them, dude. He's like, damn, why won't you bring back the Tuggy? We're going to bring back the Tuggy, Brian. And it's your fault.
Road, isn't it?
It's your fault, Brian. We're bringing back the Tuggy, and it's your fault, dude.
You got to have someone to blame, mate.
He put up a video about the Tuggy. So I tried to sell this Tuggy chassis. It was so freaking cool. And I sold like 3 of them in like a month and a half, 2 months. And I was like, fuck this chassis. And I put it on the back burner and never printed another one. Well, actually, I printed one more for some dude who had to have one so badly. But there's maybe 4 or 5 of these chassis out there. And everybody kept emailing me, "Hey, I really want this tuggy. I really want this tuggy," because B. Koshner, Brian, posted this videos on it, and everybody fucking wanted one. Nobody wanted one when I posted a video. When Brian posted a video, everybody fucking wanted one. So we'll do these little awesome small batch designs again, like we used to, and get people really loving the intricate, awesome designs of small batch stuff that has to offer, you know?
For sure. Brian's asking you if you saw the 6x6 video you did. I believe you did too. Yeah.
I did. That was an awesome video, Brian. I loved it, man. That was awesome.
It was nuts.
That chassis is going to be worthy of the trying to design metal, carbon fiber, steel, aluminum, titanium, whatever version we decide to go with, it is going to definitely be worthy of it, because that is a really cool chassis. I just needed somebody to put one together and test it. And it looks so good in your video, Brian.
Who better, right?
Who better than Brian?
And just when that center axle just tucked.
God, everything just drops and moves and pulls and goes. Oh, it's so good, dude. I cannot think of another 6x6 video I've ever seen that looked that good. That looks so awesome.
Definitely did. I mean, I'm not big on 6x6s, but that and they're impressive. I like to watch them. I probably wouldn't have one, but yeah, they're, for me, the novelty factor is that's pretty cool. Brian Costin's asking, did you see he cut the frame a little short?
I did see that. Yeah. That's not a bad idea, Brian. I may, when it goes into final production, I may just hack off the back of the frame, because I don't know. Nobody's really going to be using a hinging body on it, probably. The reason I left the frame on the back was for people that might be able to figure out some kind of a hinging fashion. But most people just use magnets nowadays, or Velcro or something else. So I'll probably hack off the final design, the back of that frame, because nobody's going to do that shit anymore. Nobody does that shit. That was like so 2021. Hinging stuff. Who wants to hinge when you got magnets?
Magnet power. All right. Well, I think maybe we'll take one more final question from the chat, if there is any, and we'll probably seal this one up. Actually, we've gone an hour over, but
let's do it. Let's burn the fuck out. Fuck all these 10 people watching right now. Just kidding. I love you guys. I love you guys. 9 now. Somebody left after I told them that.
Yeah, right. They'll never come back.
He'll never come back. God damn it. I'm so sorry. Number 10, whoever you were. My bad. I apologize.
Well, oops. That was not the right one. It's been great having you on, Nick. I really
tell you what. I tell you what. Let me ask you one question.
No, that's not the way it works here, right?
What is your favorite rig you have laying around there? I don't care what it is, 10th, 24th, 6th, 8th, whatever it is. Your favorite rig you got laying around, what is it?
What, like four-wheeled vehicle?
I don't care. 2 wheels, 4-wheelers, boat, airplane, helicopter. What is it? Favorite thing you got laying around? What is it?
I got all of them, man, and I really don't know.
If you only had one, if you were going to go out right now and do something, and I don't care if it's dark or bright, pretend whatever the best case scenario is for you. You had one choice. You got to go fly something or drive something or whatever right now. What is it?
I mean, I do like these Impulse RC Apex frames.
Impulse RC Apex drone.
Yeah, hand built.
So is that like an FPV or is that just a regular one or what?
Full FPV, yeah.
How fast does that thing go?
damn fast. It's
Like
it's
60, 50, 70?
oh no, over 100.
Over 100. Holy fuck, dude. Jesus
I'd say
Christ.
so. Yeah, she rips pretty hard.
Damn.
Yeah, great frame. 2 years warranty, pretty much no questions asked. You break anything on it, and we slam these things into gum trees. And,
Wow.
you know, all that
What size
shit.
motors are on that thing?
These are 2306, I reckon.
2306. That's very close to my Revenge of Pancake motor.
Well, you know, when I first saw that, I was like, "That's a quad motor."
We should put 4 Revenge of Pancakes on that and see what it does.
Nick, if you send them to me, I will do it, mate. And we'll do it live FPV episode.
Or if you wanted to make that a transport drone, the new capper motors I have, you could probably with the right pitch and propellers, you could probably pick up like 60 pounds with 4 of the friggin' new capper motors I have.
You're giving me some interesting ideas, actually.
You could make like a miniature, like 35, 40 pound tank and probably pick it up with that.
I guess the Revenge of Pancake would look quite nice on this.
It would look pretty cool.
Yeah.
They almost look like the same color too, doesn't it?
It's pretty close, yeah, I think so.
It's pretty close.
But yeah, that's I don't know. I reckon my favorite RC is whatever I'm running at the time, you know.
Courtney Byrne, stop walking in circles. Courtney, cheers to you and Charlie. I know your husband is there hanging out too. Cheers to y'all.
Saying there, Brian, slam these things into what? What is that? Is that a guinea pig? What the hell is that? Hamster?
Hey, we're back up to 10. Somebody else joined us.
Oh, I wonder if it was that guy that came back, or
He heard my apology. He came back.
I might go give this guy a bit of a run after. But my local spot's been taken over by a homeless couple, unfortunately.
What motor you got in that thing?
I think it's just an Endura Red.
That's not good enough. You're going to need a MOFO motor in that.
Yeah, she could. But hey, Nick, you might be interested in this actually. I've been using these A30 connectors. It's basically like a.
First, go ahead and go to big camera. Go to big camera. I can't see anything.
Oh yeah, sorry, bro.
Big camera. There we go.
Yeah. They're tiny, but it's basically that XT shape.
Interesting.
This thing it'll do 15 amps constant current.
Damn.
30 burst. And when I do
is pretty cool.
Give them a shot, dude. The power delivery, you'll feel it instantly, especially with your motors. You'll definitely feel it. And I've been hardwiring as well.
What do you see as that?
That's just a stock V1.
Just unboxed, uncased.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
NSDRC, BEC. The slow crawl is crazy. I think I showed it on the last episode, but it's for a stock.
Very cool, man.
Brushed.
I like it. Looks good.
A30 connectors, G&B. They're made by.
If you do make an order sometime soon, let me know and I'll send you some stuff to play with. All right.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
You don't have to do that.
No, I'll do it. I mean, you're already going to be paying for a shit ton of shipping, so you may as well get some cool stuff too, right?
Yeah, but yours is the cheapest I've found at $19 US. It's actually super cheap compared to. I mean, some other shops they're charging 30, 35 bucks.
I think they're planning ahead for fucked up deliveries when the posts don't show up at the right time and the person to get it, like this $95 package I was talking about earlier, that the dude never picked up, and now it's here. Now it's here, and I have to figure out how to get him his order or not get him his order. I don't know. They're probably planning ahead for that shit, so they just charge more. I don't plan ahead. I'm just like, you know what? People are going to figure it out, and they don't figure it out, and I'm like, fuck.
That's it. Awesome, Nick. Yeah, I want to send thanks out to Jim for hanging around as long as he could.
Hey, there's 12 Jason watching now. Jesus Christ, we're gaining more viewers.
Oh, shit. Happy Caution says,
yes.
throw in some "Don't mess with Texas" stickers.
Oh, that would be cool as shit, Brian. Holy hell. I never thought about that. That would be cool as hell, dude. I've got some. Well, you guys probably don't want to know. There's only 12 people watching. Maybe I could say this out loud and not get banned from everything.
No one watches this show, Nick. So
no one watches this show. I do have some. Oh my God, where are they? What did I do with them? Where the hell are they at? Oh, I don't know where they're at. I'm not going to find them, but I'll tell you what they are. They're little tiny "Let's Go Brandon" stickers. And you being in Australia, you might not know what "Let's Go Brandon" means.
Is that a president thing?
So,
no.
So what happened was there was like a football game going on or a baseball game. I can't remember anymore. And it was right after Trump was not president and Joe Biden was president. I think it was right after that. So like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. There was like a football or a baseball game going on. And everybody in the audience started screaming really loud. And they started screaming, "Let's go, Brandon." And they were stomping like this. Let's go, Brandon. But they weren't actually saying, "Let's go, Brandon." But the news commentators that reported it had to make up something that was not vulgar.
Yep. I think Doug's alluding to.
So instead of saying "fuck Joe Biden," they changed it to "Let's go, Brandon," and it became a thing here in the U.S. for a while. And I thought it was funny as hell. So I ordered a bunch of tiny little "Let's Go Brandon" stickers because I thought it was funny as shit. And I've got them somewhere around here. I've got like 10,000 of these tiny little stickers somewhere around here. And just for fun. I mean, it's nothing. Yeah. Politics are retarded. Politics are freaking retarded, dude. It's fun to make fun of these guys. So I ordered a shit ton of these little stickers because it was like $150 to order a shit ton of them. So I got a ton of them. I've given them out to like friends, family, whoever else wants one, I give them to. But I've got them somewhere. We moved into the new shop. I don't know where the hell they're at anymore, but I've got them somewhere. But that's what "Let's Go Brandon" is.
There you go. Man, I've learned 2 things today.
Heck yeah.
And now I'm tired. My brain hurts.
Yeah, you're let's see, there's 12 people watching, but we should probably fucking get on and move on, huh? You probably got shit to do.
I think so, man. Yeah, I might.
You're done. You were planning on like a 1 hour show. How long have we been going for?
2 hours 34.
2 hours 34. Yep, we're an hour and a half past due. We should probably get the hell out of here. And I will probably go after this. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm going to see if Jason's RC is still on. He might not be. And if he's not, maybe I'll check out Sliding Sideways RC. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he's going on afterwards. That's right. Yeah, I might check out a bit of Jason's, and then I think I'm going to Greg.
Yeah, hang out in the comments. I don't know, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It was really good talking to you, though. I had a great time. Enjoyed your show.
We appreciate having you on here, man. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen. It's been that
Oh,
kind of week.
I fucking, you know what? Oh, I had to do so. I had to make it happen. I just, I'm like, I'm fucking lazy motherfucker, but I had to do it anyways. Let's do one more shot as a goodbye shot. What are we doing this time? This time I'm doing the choice this time. This time we're doing, you know what? I'm just going to do some nasty ass vodka. Yep. Straight up potato whiskey.
Yep.
That's what we're doing right now. I got to crack the seal on it. We're not doing anything special at all. We're doing some straight up nasty ass potato Russian whiskey.
Oh. No, thanks. Oh, guys, I'd like to thank you, especially Nick. Thanks to Jim as well. All the viewers that have been watching, the pre-show voters, thank you very much. Who do we have? We had Chris Gerwitz, Scott Locosa, Eric X Lewis, Lachlan LDRC, and AA Aaron. Yeah, and the moderators as well. Keep us all safe times. Anyway, Nick, thank you very much, mate.
Love you, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the website and start making a cart.
You make that cart. Let me know when you order. I will add some shit to it. All right. Make sure you email me. Email me because that's the best way to get a hold of me. Email me. I always check the emails every morning before we send orders out. And send me an email. I will go through it, find some cool stuff to send you that you might be able to play with and have some fun times and maybe do some cool YouTube videos.
Yeah, definitely. We'll always, always trying to put the spotlight on, well, like people like yourself. I'm not interested in, that's why I don't show my face. It's not about me. It's about these things. It's about people.
I'd like to see your face. What's your face look like?
No, you don't want to see that, man.
You got to be handsomer than I am. You've got to be handsomer than I am.
You're a good-looking rooster, man.
Look how freaking ugly I am, dude. Look at this. I'm like gray, brown, orange, red, black, green. I'm like all the colors of the rainbow if the rainbow died and rotted for 5 years.
See ya, Outpost. Yeah, anyway, guys. But there is, as always, there's one thing I'd like to leave you